Welcome back to Dungeon Master 2. I have finished my training with the guard minions and have raised a fighter, a ninja, and 2 priest levels. So now we are adept at everything and an expert wizard, which is 1 level higher. And we've increased our mana capacity and overall health quite well. I'm kind of low on food and water right now, but we're going to get some of that fairly shortly. Next up are the Vexirk. They are a big pain in the ass and are summoned by pulling this little gong lever. I like to being annoying as hell and see if I can't tick them off by ring bell for service. Doing that until it drives them crazy. Come on guys, open this stupid door. I can now cast the 4th rank guard minion without failing. Come on, open the door. And that's a good thing. See, I've already got one pre-prepared here. Open the door. Sometimes it does take them forever to open that door. Okay, those are the Vexirk. And you might notice the one with the staff. That is their king. And we are not going to mess with him for right now. What we're going to do instead is we're going to go all the way back into this room here. And we're going to wait for you guys to get out of this room. Yes, hi. These guys are not aggressive other than the king until you actually attack one of them. And then in that case, all of them become aggressive. Come on, you stupid guy, get out of this room. And every once in a while they will shoot a small lightning bolt at you, but it is not a huge deal. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cast a couple of guard minions. There, and here. And then one more here as well. And if I'd like, I could go ahead and sleep and gain some of my mana to prepare to cast some more. But I am in pretty good shape. I'll go ahead and sleep just a little bit to show you how you can, if you really want to. And now, since the monk attacked my guard minion, he's become active. And they are now attacking the Vexirk for us. One of them has already died, which is to be expected. Eventually, what will happen is the one right here will also die. And then when they come to attack, they will stand right there and get caught in a little pincer between these two, which will lead to just a massive amount of damage being dished out to them. And there's the king. He can fire 3 fireballs from his staff, as we don't really want to find out how painful they are. You might be able to guess, yes, they are painful. And my guys can take quite a bit of damage. Go ahead and cast another one while we're at it. And the monk and the king is dead. We're going to put his staff in here for right now. Yeah, again another priest level. So that makes 3 that we've gotten since we came up here. But the important thing is that the king is dead, as he does way more damage than all the rest of these guys do. And I could actually go ahead and just kill them if I wanted to by chucking very large fireballs at them. I think that was it, isn't it? Yep, that's it. Alright, we have defeated the Vexirk, and we have gotten the King's Staff, which is the Newman Staff. This is far and away the best staff in the game. In addition to giving you the ability to cast those 3 fireballs like you saw, it also gives us 40 mana when you hold it in your hand. It does not actually fit in your scabbard. It is the only staff that does not. But we are pretty much done with knives, so clasp knife in there. And by putting it in the cauldron, you recharge the amount of fireballs you can cast. So there's the fireball spell. Click that, it'll shoot 3 of them at them. And I've also got too many flasks. We're going to go ahead and stick a flask in there. You might notice there are gems in here and a scroll. Some other items in all of the rest of these. You can put all of that into this cauldron to create some better items. But the only thing that they are good for is to sell in the solo game. So we're not going to bother with that. We're going to go ahead and move this torch back out of the way, just in case we ever leave the castle and want to come back to this room to recharge the Newman staff. We can. But it is time to move on. You'll notice there's a switch here. For once, it doesn't actually do anything bad. That switch will open up this door, and there's no way in hell that we would be fast enough to actually get there. So what we're going to do is we have to use one of these maps that I showed you. That's the bag full of food. This is the bag with the stuff in it. This is the minion map, and it has one purpose in life, and that is to... Alright, well, it's got 2 purposes in life. One, get out of here. And the first purpose is when I push the second button, it will show us the location of hidden walls. And the other purpose is to summon a minion, which I will show you here in a minute. First off, we're going to hit this little switch here, which will open up yet another section of wall that wasn't shown on our map. So let's close out of there. And these are tech eyes. You'll notice those from when we first walked into the castle, where if they saw you, you get shot with a fireball. And if you approach them from behind, you can take them out to get rid of that problem. Quite nice. What we're going to do is we're going to put the plate down, and we're going to put an X on our map. You see the X remains there over the switch. And then I'm going to show you what the minion map can actually do. It's got 2 different options. One is to create a minion right where you're standing that will pick up anything on the ground and take it over to the X and then drop it. The other option is where it will create a minion on the X, pick up anything on the X, and bring it to you. That is how we would have gotten the Tempest Sword that I showed you before if we actually wanted to keep it. In this case, we want to go ahead and have him drop stuff off at the X. By dropping that plate off, it opened the door long enough for us to get through, and now thankfully there's a switch where we don't have to worry about doing that later. Alright, that is the use of the minion map. I hope you enjoyed watching me waste some time with that. Go ahead and take a drink of water while we're at it. Put my sword back. And you'll notice there are some more tech eyes down here, which means we need to go ahead and disarm them. And thankfully there are some more hidden walls right here. So those are some very large fireballs that they throw. And you really just don't want to get hit by that. First up, we can go through this hidden wall and we'll pick up this large gear. And you'll notice right here there is a hole in the ceiling where a ladder will come down if we ever wanted to come back to this area, which we don't. But it is there. There are a lot of interconnecting hallways, paths up and down into the keep, and we're going to be taking most of them as we continue exploring and get closer and closer to the final boss. You'll notice there is a Rasar helmet here. If we wanted a better helmet to sell or wear for one of our other guys, we would take it. But we don't, so we won't. And think that's it. Alright, let's go back down this hallway. You'll notice we took out the eyes. We're all good. So now no more fireballs are going to get shot out of this wall here at us. We have entered into the next area and immediately are going to get shot at by an attack minion who was pretty quick. You'll notice I do have my third ability on my sword again now that I've gained some levels, and that is melee. And what that does is allows me to attack twice per use, which is quite nice. Next time on Dungeon Master 2, we will continue exploring this floor and seeing the extra stuff we can have. See you then.